Welcome to my first video of Let's Talk About It. Basically, Let's Talk About It is going to be, me talking about different topics, things that's going on in the world. Basically, giving my unbiased opinion on, things that I see and things that I feel. Basically, I'm going to use this as like my little journal, my little, vent space just to, give a different viewpoint of things that's going on. The first thing that I am going to talk about is why do people get on other people's bandwagon? Basically, what I mean is like, okay, with the whole Kobe situation that's going on right now, with the death of him and his daughter, the death of the other people that was in the helicopter, me just being on my Facebook page, I'm seeing different things. When he first died, everybody was talking about it. He basically was the main topic of discussion. Even people that I know that is not basketball fans and that basically didn't even know who he was until everybody else started talking about it. That's when he started talking about it, basically. And what I mean, like, I'm seeing on their page, oh, it's hurting me, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, you're using a tragic situation to basically get likes and attention on Facebook. So I'm not really understanding, like, why do people do that? Instead of having your own opinion, instead of, following your own path, you sitting there following other people just to get a certain type of clout on Facebook. Like, I put a post up basically on my Facebook page saying that, okay, I don't personally know Kobe. And so, it doesn't really hit home for me. Like, and I'm more of a spiritual person. So, in my mindset, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So, people die and, we grieve. Everybody grieve differently. Let me just say that everybody grieve differently. However, when I see the fans going in harder than the family, it kind of confuses me because I'm like, y'all don't even really know this person. Maybe it's just me. Y'all don't really know this person. I heard people, oh, I'm not going to work because Kobe died and this and that. Not even to mention that it was other people on the helicopter that lost their lives. So, I'm like, okay, again, it's like we see other people talking about his death, so we're going to hop on that bandwagon and see how many likes we can get. Half the people that were sitting there talking about, him and his death, rest in peace, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know what number, he was on the basketball team. Didn't know what team he even played for. But yeah, you see here reposting something because you see somebody else doing it. When are we as a people going to have our own mind, like our own individuality versus following and doing stuff that everybody else is doing? I feel like if you really cared or was truly mourning the death of somebody, why do it always have to be a Facebook post about it? Or why, one day, oh my God, I'm so sick, Kobe passed away, but then the next day or 3 days later, you're on a different topic. When he first passed away, I seen so much stuff about Kobe. Now it's a few days later, and you don't really see anything, or you really don't hear anybody on Facebook talking about it. They're going on with their merry lives. So I'm like, what was your true intent? Like, were you being a clout chaser because you seen everybody else talking about it, or was you a real fan of his? In my opinion, like I said, I'm going to give my unbiased opinion. In my opinion, I feel like people deaf that you really care about should change your perception of life. I lost my grandma in 2012. Then I lost my brother in 2015 on Thanksgiving. Those two deaths in itself really bothered me. And since childhood, like, you know, I've dealt with and seen a lot of people that I was close to pass away. But those two deaths in particular really hit hard for me. And around that time, or whatever, I had like a really nasty attitude. You know,
New
I just
message
was
is
kind
received
of
from
up and
East
done with
704
life.
side dude from Moko.
I didn't really
New
want to
message is
live
received from
anymore. You know, I
East
basically
704
was
side dude from
moving
Moko.
from house to house. You know, I really didn't have, I had somewhere to go, but because I didn't know how my family was going to receive me, I basically was sleeping, you know, at friends' houses and things like that. But then when I lost my grandma, like I said, that really hit hard for me. Then when I lost my brother, it really changed my mindset on things in life. I feel like people that die that is important to you, especially people that die tragically, it should really change your life for the better. It should really make you analyze that we only have this one body. Once we're gone, we're gone. We're not going to return. Me being a Christian, I feel like we will have eternal life as far as our souls, but this body right here is only temporary. So, with that being said, with this body only being temporary, what are we going to do with this temporary temple? Are we going to try to better ourselves, better our lives, better our attitudes as time go on? Or are we going to continue, or are we going to continue to stay in the same cycle of things? Like I said before, I just feel that people are so quick to jump on whatever they feel like is the new thing or the new it thing, for attention, and, you know, not really have a mind of their own. And it's really sad. It's really sad to see that, you know, it has turned out to be that way. You know, social media and things like that has a lot to do with it as well. I feel like television, social media puts out this persona of what they feel that people should be. However, I was raised by my grandma, and she always taught me to have a mind on my own, live truth, speak truth, and be who you are versus trying to be somebody else. And I feel like this day and time, this generation, you know, has so many different masks on, you know, as far as trying to be other people instead of being their self. I'm 28 years old and I've never been to a club. I don't drink, I don't smoke. It's just things that I just don't do. Um, and I just don't follow other people. Like, I'm not going to try to act hard. You know, I'm not going to try to act like I'm from the hood, or, you know, I'm ghetto, even though I know that I can get hood. I'm not going to be presenting myself like that because that's not how I was raised. And I'm not going to try to put on to fit in with a crowd of people. I'm just not going to do that. And I feel like, you know, if people get their own brain and follow their own self versus other people, I feel like this world can kind of be a better place. It's like we as people jump on a bandwagon so quick not even knowing the full details, but because one person said it, or one news reporter said this, or one blog said this, we hurry up and we jump on it and we spread propaganda, basically, like negative stuff all over without fully getting the full facts of what's going on. We just take something that a person say and we run with it, versus, trying to get to the truth, versus trying to live our own truth. Like I said before, it's just really, really, really sad. And I hope that, we can get back as a people of having our own brain, our own ancestors, the people, civil rights and things like that, being African American, they moved on their own, in their own way. And so I just feel like, as an African American community, I feel like we need to get back to what's real, basically. We have a lot of issues out here that's going on, and we cannot get to those issues or handle those issues if everybody is faking. So, this is just my closing to this first Let's Talk About It. I hope I said something that'll resonate in your mind. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said, this is my first one, so bear with me. I'm going to come back in a few days, maybe even tomorrow, and, just talk about another topic. And whatever y'all want me to talk about, discuss, you can comment below, and then I'll talk about it or whatever. Like I said, this is my first video of Let's Talk About It. Hope you enjoy. Have a good night.